Since you guys really liked the previous sales video that I posted, here's another one for you guys. And this is a sales call that I just did a couple of days ago. And it's quite an interesting call because I'm negotiating quite a bit with this potential customer back and forth at the end of the video. It's a solar business. They're making more than $10 million per year. They're super interested in what we do in our agency. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the call.
All right. So this is sort of the gist of it. So the owner, how about this is my plan for this call, and then you tell me if this works for you. I can basically just give you a breakdown of like where the company's at, what the owner's done in the past with marketing companies, what sort of success we've had, what failures we've had, a little bit about what we're looking for, and also what he's told me that I can basically green light. And then that way you have the whole picture. And I can also tell you sort of what I'm hoping to find out from you to make the decision. And then yeah, how does all that sound?
Yeah, perfect. That's like exactly how I normally do the calls. I like to figure out a little bit more about you guys first and what you're looking for, and we can discuss that. And then after that, I know that you watched the video already, like our video presentation, but we can just skim through that again if you have anything in particular that you want to discuss. And then we can discuss everything else afterwards, essentially. So I think that's a good plan.
Perfect.
So yeah, please just tell me a little bit more about you guys and what you're looking for, and then we can take it from there, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been doing sales for a long time. I've closed like 1,000 deals. So I'm like, I know the shtick.
Yeah. No, I literally just want to kind of dig into and know what you guys are looking for. So yeah.
So the business has been going for about 4 years now. The owner started in solar, and I think it was his second year in solar. He made like 1.3 million just as a sales rep. So he started his own company doing it. And this year we've done about $12 million so far. Actually, maybe it's 13 at this point, right? He hired me like 3-4 weeks ago. He said there's a 12 million then. So we're doing about $35,000 deals a month. I don't know if margin really matters, but I think the total margins like probably 17% or something. They give the sales reps about 10. They keep about 7 themselves. That's sort of what I think. That's what he was telling me. It's like $3,500 about is how much the sales reps make on each deal, and then in-house makes about $2,500. They've worked with about 20 different marketing companies, and he's like, out of those 20, we found 3 that can actually like do the job successfully and like get us leads that are quality and are exclusive. And so they only like exclusive leads. 17 have failed. And so, you know, the way the owner looks at this is he's like, yeah, like I'll sign up for somebody else. He's like, but, you know, I'm hoping they're one of those 3 instead of one of the 17. But he's like, you know, that's just how the game is. That's how he thinks of it. I hopped on board, and by day 2, I was basically like, okay, I understood his company, his business. And I'm like, there's a lot we can do with this. So he's got 8 sales reps right now that are pretty solid. The average guy is only bringing in about 4 deals a month. So that's 1 a week, right? They're only doing about 4 appointments a week each and doing a deal a week each. You know, that is $125,000 or $150,000 per month in revenue per employee. But the truth is if we should be able to get 4 to 5 appointments a day. If we can instantly jack it up from 4 appointments a week to 4 appointments a day, that takes the company from making $1.5 million a month to what's that? Let's call it 20 appointments a week, 80% show up rate. That's 16. Their guys aren't very good right now. They have 25% close rate. That's 4 deals a week. That means we're instantly going from $1.5 million a month to $6 million a month, like that. Because solar is just insane. I mean, it's 35. Like I went to a guy's house yesterday, and like he didn't even bat an eye at 80 grand deal. Like their deals are just massive because. How
big did you say? Sorry to interrupt you, but how big did you say that? How big did you say that the deal was? With that 80 grand. 80, yeah.
Yeah, and we one call closed like 80 grand deals all day.
Yeah.
Like,
but is it commercial or residential jobs, or is it like? Yeah, okay, got you. That's crazy.
I mean, it's a big house, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, probably $1.5 million home, but it's like literally because this is the gist of what we sell, right? So you know solar, but like in the US, it's like, all right, let's say you show up to a house. Let's say it's an 80 grand deal. The government's going to give you 30% back, so you get $24,000 for free instantly. Your bill goes from, let's call it $400 a month in energy bills down to like $200 a month, or maybe $250 paying for the electricity, paying for the solar panels instead of electricity. So it's just like you get a whole bunch of money back, you get a huge equity bonus, You put $0 down and your bill goes down every month. Like it's so easy. So, basically what I explained to the owner is he's been invested in several different things. And like by day 2, I was like, hey, you know what, give me a 5K sign up bonus and give me $6,000 that I could spend on ads. And like, let me build you an appointment engine. And he was like, all right. And so like, I gave myself a promotion on day 2. And I started running some Facebook ads. I tried several different things. I built them a new website. Actually, let me just show you this really quick.
And are you like, what's your position? Are you a salesperson and at the core, and now you're helping him with the advertising as well, or what's the?
Technically, I was hired on as a salesperson, but I've been very clear from the start. Like, I'm not just a salesperson. I look for opportunities. I'm like, I told him straight up, like, I'll help your company scale like crazy, and I'm gonna get equity. And he's like, all right, let's see what you got. I helped a year ago. I hopped on board with a company that was doing $50,000 a month. And in 4 months, I helped them scale from a 4-person sales team to a 26, and they were doing $1 million a month cash collected. So
awesome.
Like, I like to hop on companies and like create opportunity. So like, this was their original website, very, old school, generic, pretty junky. And so I don't know if this helps at all, but I built this in like a week. I'm not really a website designer, but like, I just whipped this out to try to make it look good. All right, Future Solar, boom, right. Quite a bit nicer.
Yeah, definitely. I checked both domains, and that's kind of what I wrote to you as well, because I didn't understand. Because we've started to get some weird bookings, and I just wanted to double check. I just want to throw that out there as well, like that was a person from the actual company. But yeah, the website looks awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I built that a week ago, and we haven't really used it yet. But then what I was doing is I created a little landing page. Well, this was the original landing page, and it didn't seem to be working.
Yeah.
And so then I created a secondary landing page, which is this. And I don't know, I'm just getting like $8 a click on Facebook, and I'm like, that's horrific. So I tried several different ads, 2 different landing pages, and I used to be great at Facebook ads. Like my first Facebook ad client ever, for every dollar, when they were spending, for every dollar they spent on ads, I generated them like 40 to 70. I was working with roofing companies. So I was like in the same niche as you, but this was years ago. So I haven't done it in a few years, and I'm like, dang, I must just suck now. And so anyway, after spending about $500-600 on ads, I know it's a very small sample size, but I was just getting really, really bad results. And, I basically just told the owner, I was like, this thing is $6,000 budget, like, I'm going to stop spending it on that because it's not working. I found another company that looks like they could probably help. And then the reason I liked you guys is that sounds like you guys have basically helped multiple companies generate 8 figures extra in the first year. And so I'm like, so this is our big problem. He's got 3 different marketing companies he works with right now. He's spending about $30,000 a month with them across ads and their fees, I assume. And none of them are able to scale. So with every single one of them, he's like, send us as many leads as you can. If you can spend more money on, we'll give you more money. But they're unable to scale.
Why can they not scale?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
But yeah, so one of them's giving us leads for like $60 a pop. Actually, I think 2 are. And one of them is giving us appointments for $250 an appointment. And he's like, I'll take all the appointments you can give us. And they're like, we just can't get any more. Sorry. So it's like, dang.
Yeah.
That's
Do you know?
Gotcha.
Do you know what type of advertising he does right now? Like with those advertising agencies? Okay. Do you know if it's like paid traffic or if it's an organic or?
I'm guessing it's all, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's all paid traffic. And I'm pretty sure none of it's Facebook, because he said he hired somebody for Facebook and they ultimately just gave him their money back because they were like, this isn't working for us at all. But...
Okay. So there's no Facebook right now. And if they, all right. Gotcha. And he want to scale essentially, but that's basically, he wants more leads and more appointments, and he wants to find a new avenue to do advertising in so that he can get more leads, because right now he can't get more leads because they can't scale it. That's basically it. Or
exactly right. The only way we're getting appointments right now is he's spent enough money on advertising that we've got 17,000 leads. So we're just dialing these leads like crazy, and then other guys are just door knocking all the time, and it's like, we don't have an appointment engine.
Gotcha. So here's what I suggest then. Or yeah, one more question for you, by the way. Do you know if you guys use any type of like project management tool like Job Nimbus or AccuLinks or anything like that right now to kind of handle the leads in, or any other type of solar project management tool?
Solo. Do you know Solo?
Solo. Okay. Got you. Go solo.io.
Yeah, here, let me show you. Yeah,
And
so
is this...
Solo,
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
so Solo is like, it's very simple. You just like put in someone's name, their info, their address, what energy company they're with. So you click new customer, you put all that information in, and then the company within about 15 minutes sends you a proposal. And I'll just show you this really quick. Oh, this is the wrong person. 1 second.
Yeah, it looks like a project management tool where you kind of, as you get the appointment, I assume you kind of save the customer in here and you can save some photos and documents regarding the project and so forth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it
yeah.
automatically makes a customized proposal. And what's really cool is in this proposal, we can literally like edit how many panels are on the house, where they are, all this type of stuff. We can tweak all the numbers on anything and it immediately like shows you, you know, we could add financing in here. Yeah. So basically, yeah, we've got pretty cool software.
Do you know if you have any like marketing automation right now where you kind of follow up with customers with text or with email or anything like that?
No, so I came in and that was my thing is I was like, how are you keeping these 17,000 leads warm? And they're like, not really. We did a 3,500 text blast the other day and got 13 appointments. And I'm over here like, dude, you need to have like, you need to be emailing these people like weekly. So yeah, they don't have any of that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And is there
So
anything
the reason I'm talking to you is like, I was like gonna build all this. And then like my first foray into Facebook just failed. And I'm like, well, if I can't build the lead engine, then like, you know, may as well find an expert. And then it looks like you guys have done big things.
Gotcha. So you basically see potential in like being able to follow up with the leads more. Like it sounds like you have a huge database as well that you can kind of utilize, but they have no kind of system to start warming them up with, essentially. Yeah. Gotcha.
Correct.
Gotcha.
The owner says he's working on it right now, but based on the things he tells me, I'm like, you're doing great. I know you're making like $1 million or $2 million bucks a year, but like that's not, he doesn't know what he's doing on that end.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Is there anything else that you think that I should know? Like regarding what the owner is looking for or what you are looking for or anything?
I mean, I want what your ad says. So I saw you were like $20 leads or less, $80 appointments. If we can get that, that's amazing. You know, you had a bunch of awesome testimonials. So I'm hoping I can actually see some maybe proof of results with solar companies, if possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So been in business for 4 years, doing $12 million per year now already, which is actually a pretty crazy journey. I don't know, like, it would be interesting to know more about that, but like how we did it. I don't know if did it do door knocking or paid advertising, but anyways, it was like an amazing journey so far. Tried 20 different marketing companies and only 3 of them has been legit that you're using right now, having 8 sales reps. You want to get like $6 million per month, or you at least see the potential to be able to do that if you find the right type of advertising, as you mentioned, if you can get the amount of appointments that you talked about. You're spending around $30,000 per month into advertising right now, and you see potential in Facebook, it sounds like, because you know that they're not doing any type of Facebook advertising right now, at least. And he wants to scale. That's like the biggest problem. He wants to spend more money into advertising, but he doesn't have like that lever to kind of pull to spend more money into. And you want to scale ultimately. Is that?
And I would say Facebook doesn't really matter, but
yeah,
sure.
Got you. But okay, got you. All right. So if it's okay with you, I can just go over our presentation. I know that you've seen it already, but we can kind of skim through and talk about certain points that you want to discuss. And Then what I would suggest, if you think that it sounds interesting, then we can just book a second call. Maybe do that later this week or beginning next week. Now it's Friday, tomorrow, obviously, where the owner can be on the call and we can kind of talk together if it sounds like it makes sense for you guys. And we can
I'm
take it
about
from there.
99% sure it's going to be, I make the decision and I tell him and he goes, go for it or not.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
So I would imagine like I'm the owner. Like, I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for 12 years. I've generated about $10 million in sales, not in a year, but he trusts me.
Yep. All right. So I'm just going to open up the presentation here super quick. And please interrupt me if you have any questions along the way or anything like that, so that we can discuss the specific points that you want to discuss. And so this is the presentation that we had in the video as well. We have a little bit more of content in here than what we had in the video, but I can do like the quick version of this presentation again, if that's okay with you. Yep.
However you want to do it.
Yep. Yeah, so in this presentation, I'm basically going to go over some results first, then the problem in the roofing solar industry, how we solve that problem, and then finally our offer and pricing at the end. So we're a small team of 4 media buyers located here in Stockholm, Sweden. I'm in Gothenburg. Few of the team members are in Stockholm, and we only work with $1 million plus per year residential roofing and solar contractors in the US. We specialize in Facebook ads for roofing and solar contractors, and been doing that since 2017. And we only focus on one service, which is Facebook ads for one specific market, residential roofing and solar. And we also have a business cap, so we only work with 25 customers at a time. And we do that because we rather have fewer clients that we can scale with than having multiple smaller clients. And that way we can also produce better service and better results for our clients. And at the end of the day, that's really the only way we can scale, if we can help our clients to scale. Normally what happens as well when we work with a little bit bigger companies is that they have a better sales team in place. So it's just easier for us to send them leads, obviously. They have the internal business operations in place, the right people at the right place. Scalability, like when they find something that works, they actually want to scale. And our goal is simple. It's just to help residential roofing and solar contractors to generate more high quality and exclusive leads and deals under their own brand without wasting their time and money on duplicate and expensive leads that are pretty much impossible to get a hold of. So yeah, the proof is in the pudding, obviously. And I know that you've seen some of these ones already, but Nolan's Roofing is one of our oldest customers. And we have a video testimonial from Justin Shelton. And we also have a written testimonial from Greg Noland, where he said, I only use Max. We increased our budget with Max to over $16,000 per month and get enough good leads to give our 42 salesmen 2 leads each per day. Our sales ratios went way up. He can truly get you people that need a roof and are shopping for a roof. These leads make our job a lot simpler. Max has changed our company. And here's a screenshot from the Facebook Business Manager, between $10 to $15 per lead. And here's also a screenshot from the top 100 roofing contractors. So back in 2015, they made $15 million per year, and they were spending $50,000 per month into advertising. So 50, doing TV radio, Google ads, and a lot of home advisor, like lead gen sites as well, paying like $120 to $180 per duplicate lead. And then we helped them to transition over to Facebook ads. And we got them from $120 to $180 per duplicate lead down to $10 to $15 per exclusive lead, only doing Facebook advertising. And they also reduced their ad spend from like 50 down to 16, and they doubled their eight-figure business from 15 to 33.6 million. And then they pretty much been there ever since 2020.
What year is the second one?
2020. Yeah, exactly. So, and then we have Wagner Roofing and Solar. So I know you asked about some solar specific ones as well. This is from this year. So within the first 24 days, they had spent $1,200 into Facebook ads, and they generated 89 leads, $13 per lead, and 47 booked appointments, $25 per appointment.
You know where they're located?
They are up in the northern state. I'm losing the state right now. Montana, but they're also in 3 different states there. Like it's so small essentially, so they're like spread out in 3. Yeah, they're also in Iowa, so we helped them with a campaign there as well. And they actually had to turn their campaign off because they couldn't handle more essentially, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Then we have Viking Contractors Roofing as well. Within the first
roofing ones. I mean, I've seen them all.
Yeah, you've seen them all. Yeah, we can just I guess this one is a solar one we can discuss. We have a video testimony from them as well. They scaled from low 7 to 8 figures within the first 3 months. We got them as a referral from Nolan's Roofing. So they're doing really also in Florida. They're in Florida as well.
Florida?
Yeah. So they had a great transition, and yeah.
Any idea what are you still working with them or no?
Not right now, no. PS Solar. We basically stopped working with them when COVID hit, and then they started working with the local business. But we've been talking with them back and forth. And might be starting working with them again as well.
Do you know what you're getting as far as leads go? Because like Florida and Arizona, I'm in Arizona, are like the toughest markets. Any idea what your lead costs were with them?
The lead cost with PS Solar?
Yeah.
Yeah, around $20 to $25. What we generated for them. Here's another last one that we can discuss, because they're getting some great results right now, and that's this company right here, Wolf Roofing, and they were just a storm in Florida, that big hurricane. I don't remember the exact name of it, but they're crushing it right now. We have on ad spend. We talk about ROAS sometimes, return on ad spend, and when we calculate their ROAS right now, and so around 25% conversion rate on their calls, so we're getting them appointments for around $60. And they're closing, if we're calculating that they're closing around 25%, which I know that I think they're actually closing even better, they have a ROAS of over 108 right now. And in e-com, if you're getting in ROAS of like 2 or 3, that's really good, but they're getting 108. So they're getting really, really good results.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've seen this. And yeah, so the problem in the industry then, you saw this in the video as well, right? Kind of we walked over kind of the most common advertising. Yeah.
I also own 2 marketing agencies, so I've sold all this. So I'm just like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, like offline marketing. I don't know what type of advertising you guys are doing right now, but offline marketing is normally door knocking, and then lead gen sites is huge in the solar industry as well. Like solarreviews.com is a huge website, generating duplicate and expensive leads. Google Ads. Extreme can be very high competition as well, can be high prices that kill margins, and Google Ads can be hard to scale as well, because that's what I'm thinking that you guys might be using right now from these advertising agencies. And when they tell you that they can't really scale, it's normally because they're normally X amount of searches on Google every single month. You cannot, even if you pay more, you're not really going to get more searches from Google. So that could be one of the reasons why they cannot scale. SEO, same thing, if you're trying to rank for certain keywords. And yes, so our solution then, if we dive into it, you saw this in the video as well, right? Kind of our ads and the marketing system and so forth. If I bring
I did watch the whole video.
Yeah, you watched the entire video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is like we can go over it again if you want to have it on video, if you want to show it to the owner, but or we can just, if you have anything that you want to discuss in the specific like parts of the system, we can do that if you want to as well.
Well, I guess tell me where I went wrong. So just out of curiosity. So like what I did is I was like, hey, you got like 1,000 clients already. Let me get that email list. So I got that email list, I uploaded it. And all I really had was Facebook ads, funnel. That's all. That's the only part I had, right? And then I was going to schedule them via phone call, right? I don't know how to do all that, but I didn't have the retargeting or the lead handling or anything. So I was targeting people. I uploaded the list, and then I created a lookalike, and I was like, just do a lookalike of this list of people in Arizona, and then I messed with the ages, and that was like it. And I was getting like $8 a click. So then like I tweaked the ad, and I was like looking at one of my cheat codes I often use is I'm like, what are the biggest companies in the industry doing? And so I looked at the guys who were doing like $1 billion a year plus, and I looked at their ads and it's like, all right, we're going to make similar ads, similar funnels. So I made very similar structures to there because, right, it's, use something that you already know is successful. And it just didn't work. So then I made it super broad and I was like, all right, let's just do people in Arizona, like 18 to 65 plus. And that's not used to look like anymore. And then I was getting clicks like 80 cents a click, but like nobody was turning into leads. So, and it was just like, man, this is not good. Yeah. My first lead, literally, I got my first $50 spent and turned it to appointment. So I was like, oh, this is fantastic. And then, I spent like another $500 testing some other things. And I left that one running until I hit like 200. And I just got 0 leads. And so I'm like, man, what did I do so wrong? And how are you going to be better?
Yes. Okay. So there's basically 3 things that we need to get in check if we're going to get an advertising campaign to work, essentially, especially, or talking about Facebook then, or in overall in advertising as well, I guess. But the first thing is just like the overall offer, like what are we actually promoting? And I'm sure you guys have different things that we can promote. You know, go solar, $0 out of pocket or whatever it might be. You have different hooks and different like value propositions that you can use in the actual offer. But the first thing is just to identify what are we actually going to promote, and then get the so that's step number one, like the overall campaign offer, and get that in order. The second step is the ads, right? So how are we going to communicate that offer to the market? So, and in the ads, we need to get first of all, the ad copyright. So we need to have an ad copy that is, you know, not, in lack of a better word, like boring, where we just ask them like, hey, get a free estimate or whatever that might be. But we need to spice up the offer in the actual ad copy. So we have some curiosity, some urgency, some scarcity, clear call to action, like call out the homeowner so they actually know what the ad is about. So the ad copy is very important. But then even more so important is the actual ad creative on Facebook. So the image we use or the video that we use. We can have an ad copy with one image and then have the exact same ad copy with another image. And the difference is like night and day. The one is getting no leads and the other one is getting leads for like $10. So then we need to learn like what images is good images. What images should we use? And then learn how to test that essentially. Then in terms of targeting, you mentioned like broad targeting and also like lookalike audiences. We never do those super detailed targeting with our local campaigns. We normally just go broad essentially. We just focus on getting the ad copy right, the offer right, and the ad creative right essentially. And normally when we get that right, that's when we're getting the good amount of clicks and good amount of people to the landing page. And then the final step is the actual landing page. So the landing page needs to be connected to the offer in the ad so that it makes sense. We need to have like the same wording or like, so it's like congruent essentially, right? If they click from that to the landing page, yeah, it should take them further down the process in here essentially. So we need to have good ad copy on the actual landing page, and then also just be able to A/B test the landing page, test different images, backgrounds, and so forth to see if we can improve the conversion rate and be able to track it. So maybe when in the beginning we have a 10% conversion rate, and then we need to be able to A/B test that up to like 20 or 25%. So it's like an ongoing process to like find the best images in the ads, find the best ad copy, and then also optimize the funnel and get as high conversions on the landing page as well.
Cool.
So
it sounds to me like I'm just super rusty at it because I know all that. So yeah, probably it makes sense to be it.
It's like always the small things that make a big difference. Just kind of knowing what type of ad copy and what type of image to use and landing page and all of that. But yeah, that's literally it from my experience. Like just those, if we can fix that, then that's basically the entire campaign. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Do you have any idea what kind of results you can get us? Like, do you think like, I know you're spending 16K with that one company instead of 50K. Like, yeah. Is it impossible for you to spend more with them? Is that where you got to? And it maybe generating them an extra $1 million a month, or could you spend more, but they're just not giving to you?
We like with Facebook, you can definitely spend more if you want to. Like there's no real, because on Facebook, you're basically paying per impression, right? So you don't have any cap on the amount of searches for a keyword, let's say. But if you're in Arizona or in a big city with millions and millions of people,
yeah.
Then you can.
What's your CPM for the Florida solar company? So
our CPMs are normally between $20 to $30. But if we can like, really? and the solar company up in Montana, we had like $10 per CPM, which is really, really low. But that's mostly because
when I was doing this years ago, it was like $2.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Cool. That was him or did he was me? You there?
I lost. Yes. Now you're back. Yeah, I heard. Last thing I heard was at like $2 CPM, but yeah, it has become a lot more expensive for sure.
Yeah, and I was saying I was getting like 50, and I was like, man, why is it so horrible? All right, anyway, cool. Yep. Well, yeah, what you got?
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically like the Facebook ad side of things, getting that fixed, and the funnel, and then also a huge thing that I think can benefit you guys that you mentioned is like getting the lead handling correctly with the follow-ups and have some automations with text and email. To follow up with the homeowners. And then also the retargeting side of things is, I don't know if you guys do that right now, but retargeting is in my opinion, like the most powerful type of advertising that you can do because it's so cheap. And also you're only showing ads to people that have already seen your ads before, and we can do it cross-platform. So we can show ads to people we can follow them around on Facebook and Instagram and on the Google Display Network. And we even have a bonus right now for the next couple of clients that we're going to onboard. If they want to do like TikTok retargeting or LinkedIn or YouTube retargeting, we can do that as well.
Question for you.
Yeah.
What would you say your cost, if you didn't have retargeting in, what would you expect your cost per lead to be? If it was normally 20 with retargeting, without it, what do you think it would be?
So retargeting for local campaigns is actually it's interesting, because normally we don't see that as many leads come in from the retargeting, because we normally spend the most money in the cold campaign and we get the best cost per lead in the cold campaign. And because I think like doing a cold campaign is kind of like doing retargeting in a local campaign, because there's X amount of people. So I think people kind of see your ads over and over again anyways. And you can see that obviously like with the inside of the business manager. But the main thing why we want to do retargeting is more so just for the branding purposes. So normally we do like the direct response type of ad to get leads in the cold campaign. And then the retargeting, we just kind of, we're trying to sell the company values, and maybe we have some good videos we can share, or images or different promotions or stuff like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Cool.
Yeah. And then also what we do differently is that we have a scheduling page. That's not something that is mandatory, but we also help our clients not only get leads, but we can have an online calendar, so we can help our clients to get booked appointments as well, and we can track the cost of that. Some clients like to use it. Some clients don't like to have it because they already have like an internal.
I know we don't have anything like that. Do you have it set up where, you know, like, I don't know, like with schedule once, you can have it weighted and just have it go to the team and it goes to, you know, round robin type of thing?
Yes, exactly. So we can adjust this calendar to exactly what you guys want to. So if you have your 8 sales reps, we can add all of those sales reps into one calendar, and then we can do like a round robin in there, and we can set different times for all the different reps and so on and so forth. Yes. And yeah, that is, yeah, let's see here if we can dig into, but yeah, we have our software as well, that it's a white labeled solution. So this is basically the marketing automation side of things, and we call it home service. So what we can do inside of here, that we have the team calendar. So that's included in the software. Also automated follow-up in text and email automation follow-up campaign. So this is something that we custom write and custom build for our clients. So for example, if you get a new lead and they haven't booked an appointment yet, we can follow up with them. Or if they have booked an appointment, we can send out confirmations and so forth. Yeah.
Well, I'm just out of curiosity, what's the base app company?
It's High Level. Yeah.
That's what I figured. Yeah. I was like, it's Go something. Go what?
Yeah. No, High Level, they're great.
Yeah.
And it's like a clean slate. And then we've just basically just customized it and white labeled it for roofing and solar. Essentially, that's what we've done.
Cool. Sweet.
Yep. And also inside of High Level, they have a solution called Every Message One Inbox, or we call it that. So you can do cross-platform communication with a homeowner. Yep. Sorry.
I got a question for you. Right. Obviously there's a million marketing companies out there. You guys have obviously had great success. Why do you think you guys have success when other ones don't?
Yeah, good question. First of all, I think the main thing is that we only focus on one ads platform, and we only focus on one industry. And now we do roofing and solar, but it's pretty much the same thing. So that's the first thing. A lot of agencies are like generic agencies helping everybody with everything. And it's pretty much impossible to master Google ads, YouTube ads, and Facebook ads while you do SEO and all of these different things. So we just focus on one thing for one industry, and that's more than enough to keep up with everything. Another thing is that we value results above everything else for our clients. So we're not like, we invest as much money and time and resources into new solutions for our clients all the time. So if we find a new tool like High Level, we were a very early adopter into that. We got that to work very quickly. So that gave our clients a competitive advantage. Or like tracking, using different tracking tools like Hyros and all of these different things. Yep. Sorry.
Okay, but like, oh, nice. Use Hyros. Okay, cool. What if you were talking to like another, what if you have a good friend, let's say, and he owns a Facebook ad agency, and it's similar to yours. It's got one specific niche, all this, but he's not really having success, and you are. Yeah. What would you tell him if he was like, "Hey, man, like, why are you having success and I'm not?"
You mean if we were in the same industry, or if it's just in a different industry?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but like, like, I mean, let's say it's the same industry, right? Let's just imagine it's like your best friend. Like, you'd be totally transparent with him, but it's like, he's got one niche. you know, he's using this like hire us and go high level and all these things, but he's not having success and you are. What do you think would be the difference?
Yeah, so I actually have a friend who works just beneath me here, and he's running an ecom business, and I've helped him now just like past months with his advertising. And basically what I told him is that everything just goes back to the offer essentially, because the advertising is no magic wand or anything. It's just, you're basically just 10xing what you have. So like the main thing that you want to fix is just the offer and your copy and your ad creatives essentially. So if you get that right, and if that makes sense, try it in small scale, see if you get good response, and then scale it. It's like getting a small flame and then pouring gasoline on it. So it's just the basics, essentially.
Gotcha. And so really in my mind, I'm like, the reason I should hire you versus try to do it again myself is the fact that you're probably going to get the offer right a lot faster than I am and know how to test it and just get it figured out a lot faster than I would.
Yeah, so like we're no like genius in that sense that we know everything and everything, and that we know everything essentially, right? It's more so that we know what to look for. So when we start working with a new company one might have one specific offer or value proposition, and the other company has another one. So when we do the advertising, like we like to do the ads together with you guys. So we might sit down and kind of explore what is it that you want to promote. And then we can take our copywriting skills and kind of how to write copy and so forth. And then we just put that into the copy. And we also know a lot about like what ads, images that are working or videos. So then we can just help you guys to get really good images. And we can even show you examples of images that our other clients, roofing and solar clients have used in the past that work really well. And then you can just get similar images essentially. So
Cool.
yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else?
No, man.
No?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I took my time.
Yeah. Another thing as well, by the way, because I checked your guys' Google page before I jumped to the call. I noticed that you guys had like 50 or 47 5x reviews, like 5 stars through and through. So that's awesome. And that's something we help our clients with as well, with some reputation management to get more 5-star reviews. And if you guys already have a bank of, or like a database of, I don't know how many, like 8,000 people or whatever you said, or maybe even more past leads, like we can do a campaign there with the text or email campaign to get you guys hundreds of reviews by just utilizing that. So that's definitely something we would do as well. And yeah, we have some like a smart web chat widget that we can help you guys to install on the website. And so we enable Google My Business messaging, which is something new. But the main thing with High Level is that we can do everything under one software, and we can track everything and see everything in one place. And we've customized it specifically for roofing and solar, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, but that's basically all that I have regarding like what we do and how the system works. So unless you have any more questions, we can kind of dig into our offer and pricing and how that works. Let's do it. So yeah, we have just a simple value stack, just to kind of reiterate what we have or what's included. So obviously we do the marketing campaign management, and we value that around $3,500 per month. Access to our software as well, around $500 per month. Access to our app for both Android and iPhone. We also have our in-house copywriter, Gary, that we value around $2,000 per month. He's worth a lot more, but that's his price tag. And then we also give access to our senior media buyer, which is Nicholas. It's mostly me and Nicholas who do the media buying and overlooking the ad campaigns and so forth. And then we also have a like junior media buyer or whatever you want to call it, Henrik, but he's mostly doing the funnel designing and testing and A/B testing and all of that. So he's overlooking all of that. We also have access to a Facebook rep. Chris, this is not something you can buy, but this is something you get access to over time. And it's
real nice.
Yeah, it's just really valuable. So if something happens, we can just talk to him. And we'll also have a bonus right now for the next couple of clients that we're going to onboard. So we can offer this omnichannel brand retargeting that I mentioned before. And then also what we offer is a 100% area exclusivity and an ROI guarantee. And our ROI guarantee is like a service-based guarantee. So we ask for a 4-month agreement for the first time period, and then we do month to month after that. And if our clients haven't seen an ROI from working with us within the first 4 months, we offer to work for free until they do get an ROI, essentially. We've been offering this since we started in 2017, and we haven't had a single client to pick it up, but we still like to keep it there as like a risk reversal or whatever you want to call it. So it's a total value of almost $14,000 per month. Obviously, we're not charging $14,000 per month. We're charging $2,997 per month. And with the ROI guarantee included, we ask for 4-month agreements. This is excluding the ad spend. And we have a cap of 25 clients as well. And yeah, that's basically it.
Simple as heck.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me think about something real quick. So, what I'm curious about, so you have your offer. Would you ever consider a pay for results offer where we scale with you, right?
Yeah, so I haven't done that before. And the reason why we haven't done it before is mostly because we don't really have access to our clients' books. Obviously, we can't really see what type of results that we can generate. But I know that you guys have scaled fast, and I see the potential in that offer that you just mentioned as well. And this is actually something that I've been thinking a little bit more about lately. So it would be interesting to know kind of what you guys how you would structure it and kind of how it would work. And yeah, so yeah, I'm open ears to.
Let's talk about it. I figure it makes sense for you to get paid on your results, not our results, right? So based on leads and appointments generated versus deals closed, right? So like in my mind, I'm like, you can generate leads for 20 bucks a piece, and we agree to $10 per lead or something, then it's like, okay, you know, at some point, like big agencies typically charge a fee, let's call it $3,000 a month, plus maybe like 5 to 10%. So it's like if you're spending 10 grand a month on ads, it's like, all right, they get their 1,000 plus another 1,000, they're at like 2,000, right? But if you're spending 100 grand a month, then all of a sudden they're getting like 12 grand a month. But I'm over here going, well, if you spend 100 grand, or let's say we spend 20 grand, we get leads for 20 bucks a piece. You know, that's 1,000 leads. We give you $10. Suddenly you're making 10 grand on 20 grand ad spend. You know what I'm saying?
So you mean making money on the ads, or like pay per lead model? Is that what you suggest, or like a pay per sale, or?
Yeah, pay per lead or pay per appointment. Because this is how I see it. It's like what I look for as a business owner, even though I don't own this business, is it's like I would rather work with you where you guys make $250,000 a year off us, or $500,000, and we make 10 million. Rather than, oh, hey, you make 3 grand a month, you've got your 25 clients, cool, you're making 75K a month across your 4 guys. But like, what's something where the number works well enough for us and you, and can make you a lot more? And maybe it doesn't the first month or two, but if you get good results, then, you know, like I could easily see something where I could get the business owner to, you know, sign like a 12-month contract that's like, hey, as long as you guys are hitting X result, we're getting leads for, you know, at least under $30 a pop or something, we'll give you $10 a lead. And then it's like, if you scale the crap out of this, right? And we basically will give you unlimited ad spend up to maybe, I don't know, getting 200 leads a day or something. Then, you know, and what's that? 200 leads a day at 20 bucks a pop. That's $4,000 a day. That's 120 grand a month. You know, you guys are making a killing on that. You're making 40 grand a month instead of 3, and we're happy too, you know?
Yeah, like obviously, like, believe me, I've been considering like doing some type of commission model, especially now, like when we have clients who are making like 100+X ROI on our campaigns. And, you know, they're paying us a little bit more what I have on the screen here right now, but it's still like, it's nothing for them. Like they're making a killing back from our advertising. Then so I'm definitely interested to talk more about a commission model. Then just the question becomes like how to structure the commission model and kind of how it would work. If it would be, you know, per lead or per appointment or per sale, or however that would work. I've never done that before, so I'm kind of out of like, I don't know really how to structure that myself. So I would have to give that some thought and talk about with my team and so as well, and check around a little bit. But it would also be interesting to like get a proposal from you guys potentially, and kind of, or not necessarily like a proposal, but just kind of something what you guys are thinking, and so we can start to play with it. Yeah.
Cool. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, please do.
So ideally, I know we've only got 11 minutes right now because I have a guy that I got to talk to in 11 minutes. But I'm like, let's come up with right now, because if we can figure this out in the next 10 minutes, chances are I can call the business owner even while we're on the phone or while we're right here and just get the approval and be like, boom, let's do it. If it sounds good to you. I don't know if you got to talk to your partner or something, but it's like, I don't know. What do you say is like worst case? Let's say we give you an ad budget of $3,000 in the first 30 days. Is that enough or is that too little?
No, $100 per day is definitely it's definitely a good start. Yeah.
All right, $3K a month, first month. So it's $100 a day. We are in Arizona. We're in Phoenix. You know, it's probably going to be pretty similar to your Florida market. What do you think is maybe like worst case scenario and leads you get that first month?
Yeah. So we have all of the variables we have in place, like the ad copy and the targeting and the campaign, all of that we have in place. The area is always the wild card, right? So we can run the similar campaign in Florida and get 100x ROI, and we can have pretty much the similar campaign in another area and we don't get 100x ROI, depending on the state of the market and all of these things. But we all like our KPI is that we want to get leads for between $20 to $30. That's where we want to start. And if we get even better than that, that's a bonus. Yeah.
So my idea behind this is I want to find a number that makes this profitable enough for you that you say this makes sense. And then work backwards from there to make it make sense for us as well.
Yeah.
Right. Because like if you're thinking, I mean, because I know that it could easily take 2 or 3 months to really dial it in, maybe. I mean, I don't know how long it normally takes for you guys, but
yeah, like it's not so much to like dial it in, because we have all of those variables in place. We kind of know what ad copy, what works, but it's just that it compounds and gets better over time. And also there's different seasons in the market when people want to buy more. So sometimes we can have the exact same campaign running and we're just getting more sales versus at another time of the year, like back to school or whatever it might be. Yeah.
So let's say we have like a crappy first month though. Like how many leads do you think you make? What cost per lead?
Yeah, like if we're spending $100 per day and we're getting like 2 to 4 leads per day, I would say that's pretty decent. And if we're getting anything better than that, that's a bonus essentially. And if we're getting 2 leads per day, that I would consider that, you know, yeah.
So you think what, bare minimum 1 to 2 leads per day, maybe more?
No, that would be like the worst case scenario, I would say.
Okay. So this is bad.
Yeah.
Should be 2 to 4 per day. From that first month.
Yep.
Cool. So let's just call it 2 leads a day. I just want to assume worst case scenario. So 2 leads a day. So that means on that first month you generate 60 leads, right? So I look at that and I go, all right, so 60 leads, you know, probably, I know we've got like a 35% set rate right now, something like that. So equals 60, and 25% close rate equals this, 20.25.
Yep.
5 deals. You know, there's like 12.5 grand in profit the company makes out of that. Just to be transparent. So that's like a crap ton. So here's my thinking. What if we did a deal where we say leads are under, oh, let me think. Okay. Because I want to make this worthwhile for you.
Yeah, like we can give this some thought. And also what I'm thinking regarding this is that the best case scenario would be that we can have some type of tracking. Like imagine if we could track all of the sales that you guys are doing and we can like actually get that back to the ad. And that's possible with a tool like Kairos, for example. That would be like the best case scenario. If you get a sale and we can just cross-reference that this was actually a click from Facebook or a lead, or yeah. That would be the best case, because then it's actually like a real type of affiliate type of thing, because you can actually track exactly the sales where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my whole thing looking at this is that I look at it and I'm like, I don't know if I can make like, how do I make the numbers work, right? Because it's like, let's say we're spending 12K a month and we're
Yeah.
getting, 240 leads, worst case 240 to 480.
Yeah.
If you're getting $10 a lead, you're only making about what you would have made initially anyway. So it's like, well, I just waste, you kind of got screwed those first few months.
Yeah, like the thing that I like about the like tracking the actual sales is because then it's like win-win for everybody, because then I only get paid when you guys make a sale, but then we need to be able to track the actual sales as well, and then we need like a tracking tool. I don't really like the pay per lead model because we can get somebody from Facebook that they don't go through the funnel and they call you guys and become a appointment or lead, and that was still like an effort from the Facebook advertising campaign. So let's say you guys wouldn't pay us a single dollar in like the actual work fee, but we could track the sales and we only get a commission on the sales. Then you only pay us when you guys make money. So that would be a really cool solution, I think.
That's what you'd prefer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never done this before, as mentioned, but I think if we can get the tracking right, then I think that would be most beneficial for everybody included.
Yeah.
And potentially have like a smaller monthly fee, or like, I don't know. Obviously, we would have to like, I've never done this before. We always do a flat fee, but I can look around and see a little bit about how other people do it. But yeah.
Do you have a hard stop in 5 minutes, or can we chat a little bit longer?
We can go a little bit more. We can go like 5 minutes over or something like that. I have my next call at 15 minutes over. And I then just need a small break.
Hey, Eric, I just told Vaughn we should start at 10:10 instead of 10, but I'm on a Zoom with these marketers right now. I got a really good feeling about them, and they basically, I'm trying to structure an interesting deal. Their typical offer is they're like, yeah, we charge $3,000 a month, and then there's whatever the ad spend is. And they're like, they got a client right now who's making $108 for every dollar they put on Facebook ads, and they've helped multiple companies scale 8 figures. And they're like, we don't really make that much off these. And so I was like, hey, how about we do a partnership deal where we do a pay for results? We don't pay anything up front, but on the results you get paid, and then we can both get huge. And you can make a lot more money off us, but it's it's win-win on both sides, right? So I talked about pay per lead, and he's like, yeah, we can do that, but what he prefers is he would like to do on a pay per sale. And then we send the data back to him showing that we got sales on the leads that we got him. So my question to you is, one, is that okay? And two, if that's okay, what would you be willing to pay out per sale? Question for you, Max. So, well, I mean, it's all negotiable, I think. So with solar, do you get all the money on installation, you personally? So in our case, we get all the money paid on installation. The owner gives a little bit of the commission for sales reps up front, but the bulk of it on the back end on installation. Installations are typically like 60 days out. So we could give you data on when sales came in, but it would be like 60 days till you got paid. Would you rather,
No, that like I would be fine with that if we can track it and if we can see that we're actually getting sales coming in.
Sorry, hold up, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Eric, you're on speaker. Max, repeat what you're about to say.
Yes, no, basically we're saying that if that's fine with us. If we can actually track it and we can use a tool where you can see that sales come in, and we can have we can see that sales are coming in, but we're not getting paid in 60 days. That's fine.
So, all right, I'm gonna take you off speaker.
Yep. Or like a portion of it, or.
Let me give you some quick ballpark numbers. So he thinks 100% leads are going to be sub $50. He thinks he can get them for like 20, 25. But let's just assume worst case scenario, it's like $50 a lead. What would you be willing to pay out if we got us exclusive leads, $50 a pop? Yeah, totally agree. And right, I don't know. They've gotten, they've helped companies grow 8 figures. So I'm like, That was kind of my same thing. Got it. So here's my thing. What if we have an agreement that says if the leads are $50 or less, this is what you get paid? And then if they're not, and it's like $100 or less, then it's half that. Exactly, right? So because I want to figure out numbers for $50 per lead or less, because if we can figure that number out, this could be really awesome for both companies. Because you were saying, you know, on 8 leads, you typically get about 3 sets. So I'm like, all right, $400 to get 3 sets. That should be maybe a deal. So for every, let's call it 10 leads, let's call it 10 to 12 leads to get, so $500 to $600 to get a sale in ad costs. What would you be willing to pay out, you know, for the appointment, Jen? So let's assume worst case scenario, 20% close rate with 100% install, right? I was thinking 25% close rate with 90%, that's 22.5. So let's just assume 20% close and install out of the appointments. He thinks you can get quite a bit lower than $50 per lead. He's doing it for multiple other solar companies, but let's say $50 per lead. So. Yeah, 800 to 1,000. Yeah. Let me see. All right, here, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone real quick.
From the numbers that we're sharing.
You're on speaker. So, all right, Max, we think that for we're thinking if we're getting leads for $50 a pop, that we can get a deal for every like 800, like for like every $800 to $1,000, we should be able to get a deal, right? And that's assuming leads are $50 a pop. Would you be open to getting $500 per sale? Yeah. What do you think?
$500 per sale.
Yeah.
So obviously, like you guys do, I would have to give this some more thought, right? Like we've never done this commission-based thing before, right? Either we can do like a flat fee per sale, obviously, but also I know that you guys have some smaller jobs and some bigger jobs as well. And I like the main thing that I'm interested in is be able to track all of this, right? Because if we use a tool like Hyros, let's say, then we can literally track, like once you've made a sale and you get the contact information from that homeowner, we can see if that specific sale was from the Facebook ad or not, essentially. So either if we do like a flat fee, or if we do like a percentage of it, and then it's smaller if it's a smaller job and bigger if it's a bigger job. I can't really answer that right now, but would have, yeah.
What do you think about this? What if we agreed to something initially so we could get started and we give you an ad budget? Eric, I told them $3,000 first month on ads. Do you think that would be okay?
Yeah, this is all primarily on Facebook from what I'm understanding.
Yeah, correct.
So $3,000 a month, if we're thinking that we get leads for $50 a pop. So we're thinking that we can get 3,000 divided by 50 leads.
60 leads.
Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, he thinks we can do a lot better, but
yeah.
Because I'm thinking, what if we did like just agree to something right here on the spot, just to get the relationship started? Say it's 500. I mean, if it needs to be a little bit more, you tell me, Max, and then we can renegotiate. And it's like we get started, and maybe we renegotiate in the first week, maybe we renegotiate in the first month. But we go, all right, how good is this actually working? Are we getting $25 leads like you said?
Yeah.
And then if so, holy cow, this is amazing. Maybe let's get you 750 or maybe even more.
But here's the thing though, like if we just throw out the cost per lead out the window and just focus on like, if we just do a commission based on the sales, because you guys are not going to pay us a single dollar for the actual management. So the only way we're going to win is to make you guys win essentially. So if you guys don't pay us a single dollar for the actual management and we set up a deal where we get a commission per sale and we can actually track the sales with a tool like Harrow's, let's say, then we don't have to care about like the cost per lead or all of that. Obviously you guys can care about it. Like if you don't like the cost per lead, if it doesn't make sense, then we just end the partnership essentially. But if it's working really, really good, then we just continue it obviously. And then we are making money from that. So it's really from our side that we're going out on a limb, because if we don't make it work, then we're spending our time on my team's money and time, money, resources into helping you guys essentially. So yeah.
You're right. So I'm kind of looking at it like this. You normally charge $3,000 a month. We had done some projections a second ago, which assumed we'd get like 5 deals the first month. So normally you make $3,000 a month, right? And this assumed $50 leads. You think you can do a lot better than that. So what if we give you $600 a deal, $600 a sale from the get-go? We can always figure this out later, but it's like both of our companies don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. And this would make you $3,000 if it was $50 lead. If you get it down to $25 lead, you'd make $6,000 your first month. So we're going to risk $3,000 up front on ads. You guys are going to put in the time and effort. And if you can get the numbers you say, you'll make $6,000 on us the first month instead of $3,000. Yep. And if not, then not. Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna do my little bit of research as well and check up. Like, let's say if we're making $600 on 20K, that's like a 3% commission. And if you're getting a solar job like 80K, like $600 on that is like literally, it's, I don't know, like 0.
Average solar jobs like 20K.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to give it some and just look around, but I'm definitely, like, if we're going to decide on something today, I'm definitely open to this. Like we normally don't do this, so I'm definitely interested in getting this, keeping it going, because I know that you've scaled super quickly in only 4 years. You're driven. You actually want to make it work, and you are making it work. Like, it sounds like you're killing it, and I see huge potential in working with you guys as well on a commission side based on deals. So yeah, I'm definitely interested, and I think we can make it work really, really good if we can track the sales. And then just agree upon the price, like on an initial cost per sale. And then if it's obviously, we can start with a specific percentage or a price, and then we can renegotiate later. Like if it's working really good, then we will have some leverage from our end to potentially make it better. But yeah, so we can start with something that both parties are like comfortable with, and we test it out. And if it works, it works. And then we can take it from there. Maybe that's. So
do you want to have a second discussion, or can we just agree to this to start and get going?
I want to have a second discussion, because I just want to do some research and kind of check up kind of what other people are doing in terms of commission. And but as soon as we get that fixed, then we can just go for it. And as soon as you guys are ready, essentially.
Okay, cool. Eric, you're still on speakerphone. Do you want to be on the second discussion, or should I just figure it out with Max?
Get a time stuff. We'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good. See you. Bye. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's
interesting
where we're
chat.
at.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way you've done this. Like, you have you're basically taking a look and trying to make it work. So I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, like that's perfect.
If we're making you $20,000 a month, and all your other clients are making you $20,000 a month, well, we're gonna become best friends.
Yeah, exactly. No, I like it. Awesome. But so let's do this. I can just start an email conversation between us, and we can have like a thread there. And then I'm going to make some research on the back end, and then we can like regroup like early next week or something like that, and just get something started. Yeah, and have your email right there. Perfect.
Good. I have a hard stop in 30 seconds.
Okay.
The phone, and I'll instantly get it. So you probably want to do to that one. Yeah, man, I'd love to have another conversation. Hit me up. We'll figure it out in the next couple of days. I'm out.
Will do. Appreciate it, Christian. We talk soon. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
All right, so that's it from the sales call. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you do enjoy sales call like this, just let me know and I will be continue to record sales calls and post them here on the YouTube channel. And as you saw in the video, we're obviously in talks with this client as of right now. And we're currently going back and forth with the negotiating regarding price as well as we speak. But if you want to learn more about how to start, run and grow a social media marketing agency and take it to at least $10,000 per month in 90 days or less, then I have a 100% free social media marketing agency course that you can join. We have thousands and thousands of members in there. We have a free course, free community, and free weekly Q&A calls and free live streams as well. So I hope to see you in there or in the next video.